Hi everyone, I'm MK from Cultivating Habits, and today I wanted to talk to you about three of my most significant habits that I cultivated this year. So starting in January 2013, I decided that I was going to start cultivating new habits, and the idea was to pick a habit and do it for that month, and at the end of that month continue with the habit but bring on a new habit. So over the course of the year I cultivated 12 new habits, and of my 12 new habits I had three that really impacted all of the other habits, and I'm going to tell you about them today. So the first one was do yoga every day. So this was the very first habit that I chose, and it had an impact on so many different areas of my life. Not only was I more physically active, I was not really doing anything before I decided to do yoga every day. So doing yoga every day kind of got me off my butt, and I did only 10 minutes a day a lot of the time, but it was enough to get me started, to get me going. And not only that, but by doing yoga every day, I really cultivated a practice, and I went to Costa Rica for yoga teacher training, and I really brought yoga into my day. So that one was really, really big for me. The second habit that I cultivated that had a really big impact was meditate every day. I really didn't expect this one to have as big of an impact as it did. I always kind of thought meditating was a little bit, not hokey, but just something that wasn't really for me. I was just not really into exploring it before. And then when I went to yoga teacher training, that was when I really kind of started to see the benefits from meditating, and I understood a little bit more about it and the purpose of it. And so when I got back in September, I really started to put more effort into cultivating the habit, because it took me a really long time to do this one too, because I wasn't really 100% into it. So once I did start actually cultivating the habit and doing the habit properly, I started to honestly feel so different. I don't even know really how to explain it. You just have to give it a try. At first it's going to feel like you're just sitting there staring off into space, or your brain's just going and you have lots and lots of thoughts. But once you start to actually pay attention to what it is that you're thinking and let go of those thoughts, that's when a real calmness and a real stillness starts to happen. And I found that actually meditating was becoming more beneficial than as far as me being calm and centered throughout my day than doing yoga. I've never thought that would happen. So I'm now 100% meditating every day, and it does get easier. So the third thing that had a huge impact on my other habits has been wake up early. So this is another one that wasn't an easy one to cultivate. It took me a long time to be able to do this, but once I did start actually waking up early, which has only been for like the last month, but I didn't realize that I was a morning person. I always thought that I was a night owl, so-called, right? And I realized that I'm creative in the morning. I love writing in the morning. I love to do yoga in the morning. And waking up before the day really starts, before things get really busy, I'm now able to really kind of center my thoughts, start my day calmly. And it's been huge for actually accomplishing the other habits, because a lot of the time when I get home from work, I don't feel like doing yoga. I don't feel like doing a lot of the habits that I've already started to cultivate. So waking up early gave me a chance to do a lot of those habits that I always kind of thought I didn't have time to do. So that was really good. So those were my three big habits of the year that had the biggest impact on me personally, and the other habits really. And one thing about meditation and yoga too, which I didn't mention, was that it really forced me to be a little bit more mindful. So when I was bringing in other habits, because I had this self-awareness, it just makes the other habits so much easier, because really it all starts with being self-aware, paying attention to what you're doing, paying attention to how you're feeling, and that is really what yoga and meditation speak to, is just being with yourself, right? So if you want to learn more about cultivating habits and the habits that I've been working on this year, or if you have a habit that you want to cultivate this year, I'd love to hear about it. If you want to go to Choose Your Habit on cultivatinghabits.com and let me know what the habit is that you want to cultivate this year. What do you want to do in 2014? Let me know and maybe I'll give it a try. Thanks for watching.